All right. Good morning, my leaders. Thank you for joining in today. Sorry about my voice, but I hope you can hear me clearly. So today I was just thinking, let's talk about volume mapping. This is something that we do at the beginning of the month, but I've realized that most people don't actually understand how to do it and why they are doing it. So I just thought, let me just share a few pointers with the 5 a.m. team regards to volume mapping. So what is volume mapping? This is when you sit down, either it's done twice at the beginning of the year when you are setting your goals, and monthly, as you go through the months. And this is when you sit down and you write down one, your goals, what you want to achieve, and then you write down the volume. So let's say I sit at the beginning of the month and I tell myself, next month I want to be a supervisor. It means I now need to decide to say, okay, if I'm going to be a supervisor next month, it means I need 25 case credits between now and end of March. So now you are sitting down and you are planning to say, how am I going to get myself to the 25 case credits? So you sit down, you write for yourself. You write for yourself, maybe Feb, I want to do 15 cc's, and then March, I'm going to do 12. Then it means end of March, I'll be a supervisor. So that is volume mapping. You are just setting your targets for the month based on the goals that you have. So the first thing you look at when you are doing your volume mapping, I always like this phrase that says, begin with the end in mind, because you need to understand what you want to achieve before you can do the volume map. So your goal is what informs the volume mapping that you're going to do. So what is it that you want to achieve? Maybe you want to be a assistant manager, you want to be manager. This is now in terms of your business. What level do you want to attain? Maybe you're already a manager and now you want to join maybe you are a manager and maybe you're not doing your 60 case credits and now you want to work towards being part of the 60cc club or 100cc club. Whatever your target is, that is what you have to begin with in your mind. If you want to be a manager, you have to ask yourself, am I going to become manager in 2 months, or am I going to do it over 4 months? If I'm becoming manager in 2 months, this is what I need. If I become manager in 4 months, I need 150 case credits. So now you sit down and then you write that down. So you write your goal, and then you then put specific objectives of how you are going to get to that goal. So we'll work with supervisor. I think it's simpler. Okay. I want to become a supervisor end of March, right? I need 25 case credits that I already know from the marketing plan. Now I have to write down specific objectives in terms of my sales targets, in terms of my revenue that I want to that I need to achieve, and maybe like your non-financial objectives. So your sales targets, like we said, you would have written to say, if you need 25 case credits, maybe you do 13 this month, 13 next month, or you do 10 this month and 15 next month. You write that, and then you write the non-financial objectives, things like customer satisfaction, following up on your customers, all of that, that is also part or related to the goal that you want to achieve. And then once you've written down these sales targets for yourself, I always tell people to say, be specific. If you are saying, I want to make 1 cc in sales, How are you making that 1cc? What products are you going to be selling? You have to specify. Maybe this month I want to target to sell 4C9s, which is going to give me close to 2 cc's, and then I'm gonna sell maybe a tri-pack, whatever. Be specific about your sales objectives. So don't just go there and write uh 5cc. Where is the 5cc coming from? Is it retail? Is it recruiting? Because we do two things, two different things, and you need to balance them between recruiting and sales. But what I've noticed is some people, they do their volume map based on the fact that you have prospects that have promised you that, you know what, Heather, end of Feb, I'm definitely going to join your team. So you are excited. Now you want to become a supervisor. You're going to now say, oh, no, okay, this month I'll do 15cc because I have Tari who promised me that she's gonna come in with 2cc. I have this other person who said she's gonna send her money on Wednesday. And you take into account all these people that promised you. Then you sit and you say, okay, so if I add all these people, it means I already have 8cc. So now I just need to do 2cc. And then what will happen? You find at the end of the month, people start telling you stories. You'll be lucky if maybe one of those people join, and then you close the month with maybe 2 or 4cc. You've missed your target. So when you are doing your volume mapping, don't rely too much on uh prospects that have promised. Do your volume mapping, making sure that whatever retail objective that you have is definitely going to get you to at least 4 case credits. And then you do your recruiting as well. But when you're doing your recruiting, don't just say once you have 5 people that have promised you they will start, then you stop and you focus on those 5. Keep talking to more people. Every single day you are doing presentations, be it Zoom, be it one-on-one meetings, be it you are giving them a WhatsApp call or a normal phone call just to explain about the business. That is something that you need to continue to do. It's you don't just stop because you have people that have promised, because people can and will disappoint you at the very last minute. Also, when you are setting your objectives, you need to be clear about who in your team is bringing in what, which means consultation needs to happen with the people that are under your team. So you don't just say, Mina, I want to be an assistant manager. I need 75 case credits. So this month I want 40cc. Then you just go to your team and you're like, when this month you need to do 5cc, you need to do 10, and tell them what you want them to do. When you are doing your volume mapping, especially for people that have downlines, people under them, you need consultation with your team, because your team is going to bring in the CCs if it is aligned to what it is they want to achieve. So you don't go and dictate to them the number of CCs that you want because you want to move up. You go to them, you speak to them. Okay, Violet, what is your goal this month or in the next 2 months? What do you want to achieve? Maybe Violet says, I haven't been active in my business. This month I want to try and target 4 case credits. Okay. Then you now know what is it that she wants to do. You help her to achieve those goals. While you are helping her reach her target, you are also helping yourself. But if you just go to Violet and you say, Violet, this month I want you to do 10 case credits, you need to push, you haven't been working in this business, you are not active. If she cannot attach this objective to a goal that she wants to achieve, she's not gonna do it, because that's when people start looking at you like, yo, these guys, they only come to me when they want CC, or I'm doing this business so that she can move up to manager. She just pushes me so that she can move up. It's because you go there with the aim of dictating to them what you want them to do. But if you speak to them, you find out what is it that they want to achieve. So as a leader, beginning of every month, I prefer end of every month to speak to the team, find out to say, okay, what are your goals? You said you want to achieve a supervisor, for example. This is how we do it. You start to show them a plan to say, if you want to be a supervisor, it means this month do at least 10 CC, next month you do 15. You work with them based on what they want to achieve. If you get 3 people in your team that are targeting to say, you know what, I want to become a supervisor, I want to unlock this income, you work with them to achieve their goal while you are also doing your own part. What happens if 3 people do 25 case credits? That's already 75. It means in month 2, you are an assistant manager. But the difference is, instead of you focusing on the 75 case credits that you need and going to dictate that to your team, you have helped them achieve their goal while you also achieve yours. So that is one key thing that I always mention is, when you are setting your goals, make sure you've consulted with your team and you are also working with them to achieve their goal for you to be able to move up. And then once you've set these goals and these targets, now you need to keep track of the goals and the steps that you need to complete them. So we don't just come and write, I want to do 10 CC. What do you need to do to get to 10 CC? That's another thing, because I've noticed, when I was telling my team, go do your volume mapping and whatever, someone will come and they would have written, this month I want to do 12 CC, and I want to recruit 5 people, and then I'm going to do like 4 CC retail, all of that. And then you look at this person is struggling already just with doing their 4 case credits. It is now your responsibility as a leader to help the person now to say, okay, I understand you don't go and say, this is not realistic. You are failing with 4CC already. How can you achieve this? No, your goal is to make them understand, to say, all right, you want to do 14 case credits. Currently, you are at 0.3 case credits for the previous month. What is it that you need to do in this current month for you to achieve that 14 case credits? Then they will tell you probably they need to sell and they need to talk to people. All right. How many people do you need to talk to? If you are saying you want to sign up 5 people this month, how many people do you need to talk to in order to have at least 5 signing up? And then based on the maths, probably they need to talk to 100 people, maybe even more. And this is presentations, not just talking to people, because you're saying you want 5 people to sign up. So you need to have maybe 50 presentations. I don't know, out of the 50, maybe 5 will join. I don't know the maths. You will work with them because you know what has been happening with their business as their leader. And then you ask them, so are you able to do 50 presentations if that's what it takes? How are you going to be doing these presentations? Is it going to be Zoom? Do you have a Zoom license that is paid for so that you can host your meetings? If you are saying you're going to be doing Zoom, and who are you targeting? Maybe you want to build your business in Zimbabwe. They have a challenge with network. Is Zoom gonna work? Probably not. Maybe let's do WhatsApp. That is strategizing. And this is something that you do at the end of each month to prepare. I have a challenge with people that want to start doing their volume mapping on the 1st of Feb. by the 1st of Feb, you should already have a game plan. You have an action plan to say, this is what we want to achieve in Feb. So you don't wait for the new month to then start do your volume mapping. So you set the tasks that you need. You said you wanted to do presentations, you want to do them via Zoom. Maybe on weekends you are free, so you're going to host presentations at your house, or you're going to have coffee meetings. Maybe at your workplace, you work in a complex during your lunch hour, you can be moving around, talking to people, just sharing the business with people that you know in the complex during their lunchtime. Okay. Or you decided that you want to sell as well. So selling, how are you going to be doing this retailing? Are you going to be doing door to door? You are marketing your products. Do you need to do some product launches? In which areas are you going to be doing these product launches? All of that, you need to write it down. Okay, if you want to do Facebook ads, how many adverts are you going to do this week or this month for you to reach your sales target? And if you are doing these ads, how much are you budgeting to pay? How many people do you want to reach? In which area do you want to reach these people? All of that needs to be written down. You need to know exactly how you are getting to these 14 CCs. Sometimes after looking at the action plan or the activities that you need to do, sometimes you will realize that no, my goal is not realistic. If I'm coming from zero, maybe let me start 0 to 4. But you can do more, because then as you build the consistency of coming back to your business, doing activities, you might find you actually do more. So there is nothing that stops you from going from 0 to 20. You can do that, but it depends on what is it that you are doing to get there. Sometimes we just write goals. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm going to do 10cc this month. But what are you doing to get to that 10cc? And once you've written it down, are you now keeping track of what you wrote down and doing what you wrote down? Because some people, they don't have a challenge with planning. They can plan for days, write a nice detailed thing, but the action is not there. So writing down on paper is not what is going to help you to achieve. It's the action part. So now that I've written it down, I need to follow through with what I've written down. Okay, are we still together? Just type a one in a chat if you are following. I know sometimes I get carried away with talking. Probably everyone has zoned out. Um, all right, I see there's one chat, so it means I have at least two people that are listening. Then where I say this should also align with your wider business goals. Um, I think I've mentioned that at the start, to say when you are writing or doing your volume mapping, you need to look at your objectives, what you want to achieve. Those can be short term, and then there is long term. Short term could be, I want to become a supervisor. Long term, probably you want to become a manager, you want to qualify for forever to drive, move to senior. So whatever your business goal is, okay. And one thing that I've noticed that helps with retailing as well is, what do you aim to offer to your customers? So you have to identify the type of person that you want to be, how you want to relate to your customers, and what is it that you want to be known for. And obviously, if you are in business, then you need to follow the trends and tap into that. Right now, one of the biggest things is social media, AI marketing, all of that. Those are things that you also need to learn, so that you help take advantage of that and reduce the time that you spend on doing some of these activities. Because posting, creating content, calling people one by one, that consumes a lot of time. And if you're someone who's doing the business part-time, you also need to take advantage of these AI marketing tools and all of that, so that you don't have all your time being taken away, and or maybe you don't have time to do the business. The activities, I've already mentioned them. I did an example here. This is something that I shared with my team on how I want their volume mapping to look like. They can come up with their own structure, but this is the information that I need to see. So we broke it down between week 1 to week 4, and then the total would be for the month. Then we ask how many CCs is going to be retail, which means how many CCs is going to be you selling products. And then you break it down to how many CCs is it going to be from sign-ups, means someone is joining your team, and how much are they joining with. So this person, this dummy person that we are using as an example, they wanted to do 1 CC a week through retailing, because they understood that my 4 CC, I cannot rely on sign-ups to count for 4 CC. I need to retail. And if I'm going to retail to get to 4 CC, my coach always tells me, one thing that you must do, start in week 1, buy your stock for 1 CC, use that week to sell the stock, take that money, go do another 1 CC in the second week, sell that stock, take that money again, and like that. Every week you are doing that. The challenge that we have is we want to wait for end of the month, and then now you need 13,000 to do 4 CC and you don't have the money. But if you do it week by week in terms of retailing, then you are going to be okay. But we did retailing with Leader Lydia, so I'm not going to get into that. Then you put your CCs for sign-ups. Probably this was based on the number of people that she has spoken to, people that told her they were joining in Feb, all of that. And she put it at 10 CC. Okay, so she wants to do 10 CC this month from retail, from recruiting. Then that means we have to go to the activities. What activities that do they need to be doing? Zoom presentations. So she's going to be doing Zoom presentations Mondays and Tuesdays, 12 p.m. and 7 p.m., which means Monday she has 2 Zoom sessions, one at 12, one at 7. Thursday again, 2 Zoom sessions, one at 12, one at 7. Okay. And that means that if she does this every week, for the next 4 weeks, she's going to have 16 sessions in 1 month for Zoom. Okay. Then she wants to do WhatsApp presentations, 3 people a day, every day, for the next 4 weeks. 84 that's 84 presentations in a month. And what does this mean? This means that this person needs to be meeting new people and collecting new numbers as well. Because where are you going to get 84 people in your contacts to be doing presentations by now? Probably you don't have that number, because you should have already started talking to everyone on your contact list when you signed up. So probably you've exhausted your contact list. So that means this person should target to have at least 100 new contacts on their phone for them to make this work. 3-way calls. This is when I tell them to say, you know what, probably you want to do a presentation with someone via the phone, but you don't know how to do it yourself. Then they can call their prospects and tune me into the call, and then we talk to them together. This works for countries like sometimes Zim, because they don't have network. WhatsApp calling might work better. So that's 3-way calls. Then there is tabletops, because she said she wants to retail, so she needs to do tabletops. She doesn't have any tabletops planned for the month. One in week 4, which is in Durban. Okay. Contact marketing, she wants to do that twice a week. Contact marketing, that means she's going to be going out there telling people what she does, getting their numbers, all of that. Then personal care product packs, she's not doing that. Then coffee meetings, she wants to have coffee meetings Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 9 to 3 p.m. for the whole month. Okay, so those are the activities that she wants to do. Now you have to look at those activities and see if they generate the amount of CCs that she's talking about above. Then products that she wants to focus on is the Clean 9 and the aloe vera gel. So she's focusing on that for the whole month. Some can choose to say week 1, I'm going to do Clean 9 and aloe vera gel. Second week, because I'll be finishing my Clean 9, maybe you want to start a new product from week 3. I don't know. It is up to you, but you need to write it, to have it written down. Then social media ads. She wants to do TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and she has specified to say on TikTok, I'm going to be marketing the Clean 9, which makes sense for her to market it for the whole 4 weeks because that's her main product that she's focusing on. And when we say products to focus on, it doesn't mean that you stop selling the tooth gel because you want to focus on Clean 9 and aloe vera gel. It just means this is going to be your main focus, but you are still selling all the other products. Okay, I've noticed that sometimes it gets too much. You know, some FBOs, they will post 20 different products in one day. And your audience sometimes will get so confused because there is just a mixture of different pictures every single day. But if maybe they see the aloe vera gel consistently for the next 3 days, it arouses curiosity for people to now want to understand what is this product, what does it do. But if you are just mixing pictures on your status every single day, it's something new, something different, or sometimes people can struggle to follow what is it that you are selling. So if you can pick a product to focus on, then you know that okay, every day I'm going to be doing my Clean 9 and aloe vera gel. Maybe you add a picture of a tooth gel and Arctic Sea today. Tomorrow you do Clean 9, aloe vera gel. Tomorrow you add, like that. But always choose a main product that you want to focus on. And then those are the ads. So this was this person's volume mapping. And after they send this, we sit down, we speak to say, is this viable? And then also, if you want your team to achieve all these goals, you then need to track it monthly. Remember, we said track it weekly. Tracking is important. With my team, I do weekly check-ins just to make sure that we are still on track. So if this is what they put down for week 1 and we agreed that it's okay, now and after the end of week 1, we need to sit down and see, are we still on track? Is this working? Do we need to modify this plan? Don't wait until the last 2 days of the month to then follow up on your team to find out what is happening with the volume mapping, because by that time it's already too late. If there is something that needs to be adjusted, it's too late to adjust. And you also give your team the impression that you look for them only when you want CCs. So this is something that you need to follow up weekly. Okay. I said measure and improve. I've already spoken about this. You do a regular evaluation to check if everything is going smoothly. Okay. People might have written, I want to do 5 tabletops, whatever. Maybe they do one and they realize this is not for me. That's okay. Now you re-strategize. Okay, the tabletops are not working. Let's try this. But that has to be done on a weekly basis. It cannot wait for month end, because by month end, maybe the CCs are not there and it's already late. If they say they are doing Zoom sessions, as a leader, join in. Not all of them, probably you don't have the time because you have a big team and everyone is doing something, but join in one of them, at least one a week. This person is doing 18. join in for the first 5 minutes just as a show of your support, but also to check that these meetings are happening. So if you send me a link that you are doing a Zoom at 12 and I log in and it's telling me that, hey, the meeting has not started, whatever, that is me now wanting to understand. You were supposed to have a Zoom meeting today. What happened? If maybe they have struggled to get people into the Zoom, now we have to reevaluate, is the Zoom working? Maybe we should focus on WhatsApp calls. Maybe your people need face-to-face. You are re-strategizing. But for you to be able to do that, you need to be present as a leader, okay? And you need to be supporting your team. You are measuring the performance. Do a SWOT analysis of the strength, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. Okay, for me, I know my weakness is tabletops. I do them, yes, to support my team. I will go there, I will help you set up, help you talk to a few people. I can do that as a way of supporting, but I know that this is not an area that I'm strong in. So I focus mostly on the things that I'm strong in, and the ones where I'm not strong, I still need to do them because I need to learn and I need to build confidence. So even you, as you are doing your volume map, don't shy away from things that you don't know because you feel that you're not good at them. Still include them, okay? And learn slowly, maybe partner with other people in the team that are strong at that, and then you get to also learn from them. Okay, so yes, we are out of time. We have 3 minutes left. I hope I added value. I hope I was adding value. Let me see if there are any comments in the chat. All right. Okay. All right. So that was the end of my presentation. Any comments? Anyone who would like me to unmute them to speak? Or if you want to add something, this is your opportunity. I'm going to stop the recording.